Howdy folks, my name is Effing Controller, and today I'm going to be playing a game that I've been raving about for years, and it's called Myth 2 Soulblighter. It is the sequel to Myth 1, which I guess goes without saying because it's got a Roman numeral 2 right there. But it's a sequel to Myth the Fallen Lords, which is a game that I've already Let's Played on my channel, and you know what, I heartily encourage you to check out that fine piece of Let's Play achievement. It's just a peach of a Let's Play. But, you know, and that's especially a good idea, in fairness, in all honesty, if you're unfamiliar with the series or if it's been a while since you've played. Because obviously this game is going to be pretty reliant on the events that happen in that, although I also acknowledge that some of you guys are kind of lazy and probably won't watch through that entire series. So I'll give you a quick summary of where things stand plot-wise. In the previous game, Myth the Fallen Lords, we defeated the forces of the Dark, who were led by the titular Fallen Lords. And at the point that we defeated them, humanity was just within a hair's breadth of extinction. But due to our tactical superiority, due to our amazing prowess on the battlefield, we managed to save the day and defeat their head honcho with a few loose ends. Ahem. But things are more or less now back to normal. Although with that said, there's rumors, there's some whisperings about a nameless evil that lurks in the darkness, in the far corners of the land, and under people's couches probably. Some kind of evil malign force that, some kind of Jimmy Carter-esque malaise that stalks the land. So that's kind of where we stand as far as where this game starts. So that's where we are plot-wise. Myth 2, as a game, though, is just a huge leap forward from Myth 1 in terms of basically everything technical. The graphics, the sound, the map design, it's all better. It's just a comprehensive, top-to-bottom, side-to-side, whatever you want to call it. It's a full-scale revamp of Myth 1. It just does everything better, in my opinion. And indeed, the game is continuously, I don't know which word is correct there, but it is still being updated. Because of actually, I think what happened, Myth 2 came with some tools called Fear and Loathing that Bungie included to allow people to kind of tweak the game to make their own maps and to make their own campaigns and whatnot. And I think that kind of fostered a sense of community ownership of the game. And as a result, these folks over at projectmagma.net have continued to update the game despite the fact that it is over 15 years old at this point. So they've been lovingly caring for it and tending to it in its old age, and they have been making pretty constant improvements to it. I think that this patch was released pretty recently. This is being played in late April of 2014, and I think that this is from just a few months ago. So I'm using one of their patches to make this an even better experience. It lets me deliver this fine game to you in thrilling 1080p, oh me, oh my. But enough about that. I think I've pretty much slaughtered the introduction to this game. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to be playing on normal difficulty, which might come as a disappointment to some of you people, but really this playthrough is more about my enjoyment of the game than showing off my amazing Myth Wang. I played this game constantly growing up. Basically every afternoon I came home from school and played this, not very well, but I played multiplayer actually, to be more specific, and it was a lot of fun, and I, you know, kind of made friends. I don't stay in touch with any of those folks out there now, but you know, it was a good experience, and I want to kind of not necessarily relive it. Not like I have PTSD over my Myth experience, but I want to remind myself of it because I had a really good time, and I want to have you guys have a really good time as a result of my having a good time playing it again. See how that works? It's magic. It's the magic of Let's Play. Alright, I better shut up before I embarrass myself further. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'll see you guys in Willow Creek.
Monday, August 25th, near Willow Creek. Finally, a break from this incessant marching. We have been on the move since first light, and the men are becoming weary from the difficult trek through these dense woods. Kruniak, our commander, insists we keep these pauses to a minimum if we are to reach the town of Willow Creek before midday. It was only yesterday that we entered the town of Tallow, seeking rest after a month spent patrolling the southern regions of the Wild River. But our respite was cut short when the mayor beseeched us to investigate reports of grave robbing around the villages just north of Forest Heart. Kruniak, who seems to be more interested in political maneuvers than military ones, agreed to look into the matter. I am sure it will prove to be yet another unfounded rumor, no doubt caused by wild dogs searching for their evening meal in the newly turned earth of a graveyard. Alas, that is the life of a soldier these days, chasing hoodlums and thieves and making sure the nobility get their due. I have only a few moments before I must go. Columns of black smoke have been spotted rising above the woods between us and Willow Creek. Our commander is rallying the troops for the final leg of our morning journey.
Alright folks, welcome to Scenic Willow Creek. And our mission today is to destroy all of the attackers and secure the center of town. Can do, probably. And I forgot to mention that we do get cinematics, and we always get a mission briefing, and occasionally get cinematics, but...
The town is under attack! Run for your lives!
Okay, will do. Let's go, guys. Peace out. No, let's help out. We'll help out. So, for those of you who are new to Myth, this is basically it. It's a tactical 3D simulator, and it's pretty cool. Especially for the time, it was pretty sophisticated. And we have our warriors here. They're kind of our stock melee units, and then we have our bowmen, who are our primary ranged units. And then we have the dwarf. And we'll just go ahead and show what he does. Alright. Gonna get to the bottom of this situation here. This doings that is a transpiring. We have a mini map over here that shows us where bad guys are.
Yes, sir.
And surprise, surprise, they appear to be near the center of town. And they're killing villagers. Good job, guys. Let's see, I'll get my bowman on them, and then I'm going to have my dwarf take care of this situation right here. Ah, the dwarf. That's what dwarves do. They are the epitomal Myth unit. They are the most important unit in Myth, basically. I would hesitate to call them explosives experts, but they throw explosives with varying degrees of effect. But they're cute and cuddly, and they have tiny little arms, so they don't throw very far. Which makes it a little bit dangerous, but that's part of the fun. So you might notice that all of my units have names, and I would like very much to rename these people because Ethelwolf and Adelard, they're nerd names, let's be honest. Oh, you got hurt. How'd that happen? I didn't see you get hurt. Well, so if you would like to be a part of the Let's Play, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'll try to add you. There are some people who I'm going to add to the game whether they like it or not, and whether they know it or not, so there'll be that. But if you do, other than them, want to be included, please let me know. And I can't really guarantee that you'll get the unit type that you want necessarily, but I'll try my best. I can't promise I'll try, but I'll try to try. You'll notice that I'm not really making too much use of my warriors, and the reason for that is just because, you know, I've got this, and that's fun. That does the job very well. Just kind of gradually ambling on into town. Got some piggies over here. Some little oinkers. I'll let my archers get that one. One thing about Myth, I feel kind of weird explaining this stuff because I know that a lot of you have seen my Let's Play before, and some of you have obviously played Myth as well, but I'll explain it just for completionists. Completion's sake. There we go. The more kills that you get with a unit, the better that they are. So my dwarf is starting to get more accurate with his throws, his grenades that his Molotovs that he throws. Sometimes they won't go off, and that likelihood I think decreases the more that I use him. So it's important to use your troops and, you know, kind of share the wealth, I guess. You can see my archers are getting kills as well, which is good. My warriors, meanwhile, have probably 1 kill between them. Nope, none. None kills. So we might want to do something about that. Uh-oh. See, there's one of the bottles that didn't go off. Get my warriors on that case, although they might have just killed... Yes, they did. Just love the panicking villagers. It's a very nice touch. I also like how they don't run in any particular direction. They just kind of flail around uselessly. It really does seem like the archers are way more accurate than I remember, but I'm not going to complain. What are you doing? Ethelwolf. God. I think my dwarf will be able to take care of that situation. Maybe my archers won't, though. Probably ought to move these guys up as we advance into the town a little bit more. We don't want to get too separated here. That's one thing that is pretty bad in Myth. You always want to keep your forces well concentrated. There's very rare instances where you want to separate people. And this is not one of them. We want to keep everybody pretty much together. A little Easter egg here. Tuncer Daniz is the project lead for Myth. It's fun. Bungie like to do a lot of these little Easter eggs in Myth and other games for that matter, but I'll try to point them out as I see them. Which may not be often because I'm kind of inattentive and dumb, but... So what I'm going to do here, since these guys are kind of clumping up, throw it, please, thank you. That was the idea there. Kill everything. Okay, run. Oh, well, you didn't do a very good job of running. Okay, run. And my dwarf could be possibly put to better use here, but, yeah, I'm kind of screwing the pooch here. Yeah, I did end up getting a little bit separated here, which is not good. Also kind of in a choke point. I want to have enough room for my dwarf to be able to throw and my archers to be able to shoot. But we managed to get through that okay. That wasn't brilliantly done, but it'll do. It's good enough for government work. Which I guess this is. The military at this point is really the police in the world of myth. And now it's time to actually use my warriors, because I think my dwarf is slower than these ghasts. Maybe not. Alright.
We're moving. Stay away. Yes, sir.
Looks like we've got this area secured. Peasants are shitting their pants and doing crazy dances. He's doing the safety dance over there. He can dance if he wants to. He would leave his friends behind, but he has no friends.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Looks like there's a few more coming in. Coming in hot. Actually, go for them.
Get away from me.
Excellent! Alright, we'll cruise through. There's some more.
Yes, sir.
Now you can use different formations in this game. For instance, I can put my warriors in a shallow encirclement, but there's no real reason to do that. With this few troops, there's not a whole lot that you need to do formation-wise, especially in this kind of a mission, which is not real demanding.
Let's get 'em.
Run! Now my bowmen actually do have a melee attack, but you only really want to use that in dire circumstances. Okay, we're gonna run over here. Whoops. Misclicks can be fatal in this game, incidentally. It's very important to click correctly, and the whole reason I'm over here is really just to do this. Hottie go boom boom. Oh god. Hey, hey. Maybe my dwarf is faster. Excellent. Brilliant. Thankfully my dwarf is short, so he can... The archers can shoot over his head. Clark? Shooter was full. It's really good to have capable missile units. Oh, hey, we won! Alright! Willow Creek is safe. Come on. Had a little bit of a recording hiccup, but we won! Yay! Our bowman actually got most of the kills and most of the damage. It's usually your dwarf, actually, but he did a pretty good job, I'll go ahead and say. And our warriors chipped in, too. So, that's Willow Creek. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the next level here in the next video. And again, if you guys do want to participate in the Let's Play, let me know in a comment or a message or whatever, and I'll go ahead and add you guys as soon as I can. This has been Effing Controller playing Myth 2. I'll see you guys later.